Dear friends, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use AnythingLLM API with Python to interact your own AI assistant and even query your local knowledge base. If you haven't installed AnythingLLM locally, please follow my videos. I've already made 2 videos on this topic. So after you have done it, and then this will be the next step, connecting with Python so you can build automations and applications on top of it. So now let's dive in. We can head over to Ubuntu virtual machine. As you can see over here, I've already set up AnythingLLM, and I can work under 2 modes, chat and query. And as you can see over here, so now I'm going to use Jupyter notebook to code our program. Of course, you can use any editor like Sublime, like PyCharm. It doesn't matter. So now I've already, start my Jupyter notebook, and so our program basically will do the following things. The first one, AnythingLLM API. First, we need to generate API key of AnythingLLM. Okay, and the second, we need to get the name of workspace, what you want to interact with. So far, I've already set up 2 workspaces, and I think basically 2 workspaces can work, can use almost the same steps. Okay, workspace, space, get not name. This should be ID or identification, the unique name of the workspace. Then we can interact with AI assistant. And the major module we are going to use is third-party Python module requests. Okay, so now, first of all, we need to generate API key. So how to do it? We can go to AnythingLLM GUI, and at the bottom you can see Open Settings. You can click it, and then on the left you can notice there is Developer API. You can click it, and then I've already set up or generated 2 API keys. You can generate new, doesn't matter, create API key, and then can copy it, and let's put over here. Next, we need to get identification of workspace, what we want to interact with. Okay, very easy. We can close this API key window, and let's go back to workspace. You can interact with any workspace. For example, the first one, and here the configuration or settings, click, and then navigate to vector database. And here you can get identifier. We can copy, and then we can put over here. So now we can create our Python code. We need to import requests module, and also we need to import regular expression module, and also we need to import JSON, because we are going to submit data with JSON format, and also response will be in the format of JSON. So this reason I import JSON module. Okay, so what can we do next? And we can, first of all, we can define the variable workspace ID, and we can copy from here, copy, and paste in here. Next, we need to set the variable of URL or the entry point of the AnythingLLM. Okay, so we can use formatted string HTTP localhost, and then followed by the port number 3001 and API v1 and workspace curly brace, because we want to, here just some kind of the placeholder workspace ID, and then chat. So next we need to set the message or prompt. So prompt 1, and we can say something like who are you? Of course, we can use input function and in combination or with while loop, and then this would be more realistic scenario. If you want me to do that, please let me know in the comment box below. But I think it's very easy. Here I'm just to show you the very basic things of API, how to use Python to interact with AnythingLLM. Who are you? What you can do? What can you do for me? And then we need to set up the header. Request involves two parts. Generally, the first part is a header, and you can check header using some specialized tool like Burp Suite, also some developer tool of the browser. Okay, and normally this is not visible for the normal user, but it's important for us to interact with AnythingLLM through its API. And here, headers, you can use any name, and this should be dictionary. So brace, and we need to set some fields. The first very important field is authorization. Here we need to fit, or we need to supply the API key. We can copy from here and then separated by comma. Different fields should be separated by comma. And the second field is the key name is content type, and this should be application JSON, and then accept application JSON as well. So that's all. So next, I think we can submit the request to, so just now we have already completed construction of header. Also, we need to set up the payload, the request body, in other words. So the data also would be, JSON, because I mentioned, although, in many applications we can take different format to submit our data. But here, what I'm doing, the key name is message, and the prompt, and next we need to set or configure the mode. Just I mentioned earlier, AnythingLLM support two modes, chat and query. Or you can, for example, if you set up the search workspace, search, save, and you can go to the settings, chat settings. Here we have two chat mode. One is chat, and the query. Query means we can interact with your local knowledge base. Okay, I think it's clear. Let's go back to Jupyter notebook. So next we need to set the mode here. Oh, sorry, here this should use the column, and mode is chat. That's all. Next we need to submit our request and get a response. Of course, this, my machine is not very good in terms of CPU and memory. After all, this is the virtual machine. Okay, so now response requests module, we need to use post method, and the first parameter we have to pass is URL, and then is headers, and then is JSON data. Okay, that's all. Next, maybe we can print its response to have a look at the response content or text. Oh, sorry. This is a wrong attribution text. Oh, prompt 1 is not defined. So here prompt. Okay, let's run it one more time. No valid API key found. Interesting. No valid. Authorization. This key, I think it's correct, right? Let's go to API keys. Maybe I can copy. It doesn't matter. We can copy and run it one more time. What's wrong? No valid key found. This key should be valid, but why I got this error? Very interesting. API workspace. So the authorization. Oh, my bad. I forgot to put this keyword bearer. My bad. So now we can run it one more time. This will take a bit of time. So in this way, we can automate our application. So here a lot of fields. This is the JSON format, and if you want, I think in most cases we only interested in this field. So we can, I think we can copy. Also, I think we can do this way. Okay. So answer is we can use JSON loads, and response content, and I want to extract this part. We can copy. Okay, and then I want to print out answer. Again, this will take up a time again. So with Python, we can get flexibility. You can code as you want. Okay, so now we got the very actual response text. Even if you do not want to have this part, the think press, the only thing you want to get is this part, the actual answer. So how to do? We can use the regular expression module, and we need to define the pattern first, and we can copy the think, and the dot means any character and any number, and I do not want it to be greedy mode, so I put question mark and then think. So then the final result would be regular expression model, and we can use one of its method, this substitute or replace. So the pattern, and then I want to replace the text with this pattern by our empty string, and then the answer, and then we can also set the flags.all, and then we can print out the final answer. Oh, sorry, this should be regular model, the name of the model, and then we can run it one more time. To see what we can get. Hopefully we can get the clearest or cleanest response. Okay, I appreciate your clarifications, your blah, 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 blah. So I think it's great, it's beautiful. And just I said earlier, we can automate this process by introducing, like a while loop. And also here, right now the prompt is fixed. We can use this way. So the prompt, for example, like input, and then we can waiting for the fit or prompt from the user. And also you can give the if statement. If prompt is equals to like exit, and then we can break off, jump off from the while loop. Okay, so I think you have really got an idea. All right, so that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you next. Bye. Have a nice day, please.